The Needham Unite Against Racism Initiative, or NUARI, moved forward with its first meeting held on October 20th. Led by Select Board member Marianne Cooley, the 12-member working group discussed its vision for helping improve racial equity in Needham. Municipal producer Yuxiao Wen brings us more.
The group is set to meet every other week on Monday evenings. They'll invite community leaders to learn about racism in town so the group members can make recommendations on how to address the issue.
For example, the superintendent to come speak with us, the chief of police to come speak with us, somebody from the housing authority, so that at least one of the meetings each month will engage with a major area and provide time for a deep dive. All of those areas are going to be extremely important for us to go systematically through as we're thinking about the town.
NUARI Chair Marianne Cooley mentions the investigation into an incident involving the police back in January. Marvin Henry, who is a black man, accused the Needham police officers of racial profiling when he was handcuffed for alleged shoplifting. The town hired independent investigator Natasha Tidwell to examine not only the police actions taken in Marvin Henry's case, but also the existing policing policies and procedures.
She is doing that work now. It is expected to be completed this fall. And I think sometime after that work is completed is sort of the timing of when we might want to get the chief in to come talk to this group. So I do see it as a process where we can get some information first, then we can have a discussion with the chief. I think it's helpful, for everybody on the committee to know where Needham stands with respect to some of these practices that have been discussed with respect to policing, and know which might be issues here and which might not.
The newly formed committee also talked about collaborations with other ongoing efforts in the community, like the Lived Experiences Project, Equal Justice in Needham, and Needham Public Schools Real Coalition.
The Real Coalition has like a steering committee, so to speak, but also has subgroups under it focused on areas like curriculum, policy, recruitment, retention, hiring practices. What's interesting is how do we work together in a way where we're collaborating, but also allowing certain groups like the schools that have a system and a structure in place to address things. So maybe providing input and conversation, but allowing the schools to take the lead on what is within their context.
We're not here to replace the work that's being done in the schools in any way, shape, or form. They've been at that work and committed to it for a long time. But I'm hopeful that in collaborating with the schools, that the sum will be greater than the parts, and that we can help to amplify that work and to clarify some of the questions that need to be responded to.
The next NUARI meeting will be held at 6 p.m. on Monday, November 9th. Go to needhamma.gov for Zoom information. For the Needham Channel News, I'm Yuxiao Yuan.